All right, everyone, what's going on? It's your boy SoraLifeStory, and we back for another video. And it's a Sly day, and today we're here with something new, what I'm calling SLYimpressions, where I talk about just games, talk about games that I've recently played, and I am not a reviewer, so this may kind of sound reviewish, but I am not a reviewer. Uh, so yeah, so today I want to talk about Shadow Generations and why I think Shadow Generations is peak 3D Sonic gameplay. Uh, it's a part of the Sonic Generations remasters, Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, and all I can say is just Shadow Generations is literally the peak of 3D Sonic game design, in my opinion. I've been a Sonic fan my whole life, and between playing the original 2D games and all the way, just straight into the 3D era with Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, I've always had the series near and dear. It is an understatement to say that it had its ups and downs. Sonic has definitely had a lot of ups and downs in the space. But despite all those things, Shadow Generations, it just seems to take all of the best things and it just wraps them into this polished package. And I played through the Nintendo Switch version, for this video here. Arguably probably the worst version. But I had a blast with it. And even though it runs at like 720p with some obvious like visual downgrades, I still adored the game. So just talking about the visuals and going off of that, it's running on the same engine as Sonic Frontiers that came out in 2022. So if you played that game, then Shadow Generations is pretty much par for the course, and it features a lot of visual things from that game. But overall, it has a clean image still, and this is on the Nintendo Switch. Despite its lower resolution compared to all those versions, the Switch version, it pulls its weight, and it is a solid version with no frame rate hiccups and clear enough visuals that aren't bad enough to affect gameplay in any way. So for the controls, I think Shadow Generations, like Frontiers, the controls are top notch. Shadow controls great in the game. The controls for Shadow Generations, not once did I ever feel like I died or I screwed up because of the game's control. It was always my fault. If I screwed up, I couldn't blame it on the game. And this is compared to a lot of other Sonic games. Like, typically, even something like Sonic Generation, Sonic controls more like a race car in that game. And what that does is he can be kind of stiff, or he can be really slippery, especially if you're boosting. And unlike that, Shadow does not feel like that at all. It takes a lot of the implementations of the boost from Frontiers and it just makes it better. And it actually feels a little bit faster than even Sonic does in Frontiers. And I really enjoy that. So not once did I ever really feel like it was the game's fault for me messing up in any of its stages. Music is great. It incorporates a lot of, very familiar but, modernized remixes to all of the stages and in the games that Shadow is featured in. Sonic games, they never really get the music wrong. Music in Sonic games, especially in the 3D ones, have always been on point. And Shadow Generations, it does not disappoint. So with that being said, I think Shadow Generations is just a great 3D Sonic game, and you should definitely try it for yourself. It is fun, it is frenetic, it is just a really enjoyable game, and I really think you should try it out. And going on that, I want to ramble a little bit about, what I think this means, for the future of the Sonic series. I hope that with that, they will continue to build upon what they have here and what they built upon for this with Sonic Frontiers. And so I really, really hope they continue to build upon that. I really, really hope they don't do a 180 and try to reinvent the controls or anything like that, because I think it controls absolutely well. I think they just need to keep refining and fine-tuning what they have now with the boost and with the base speeds and everything like that, and the platforming, and just continue to create great level design, fun things and stuff like that. Some of my favorite stages, there is a remake of the Radical Highway on here. But that is a great stage. Kingdom Valley is amazing. And there's a couple of others that they weren't perfect, but I pretty much liked every single stage inside of the game. Like it's short. It's a couple hours. You'll probably finish it in about, if you're really good, I'll say you finish in about 5 to 6 hours. It took me about 8 hours, but I was also doing a couple of side things. I was trying to expand my time a little bit, but there's plenty of extra content with it too. There's plenty of extra challenges and all types of things that I won't go too deep into, because I think you should play it for yourself. But this is SoraLifeStory with SLYimpressions, and I hope you enjoy my impressions on Shadow Generations, and I hope you try it out for yourself. I'll catch you all later. Peace.